Hi everyone, it's James here from Production Expert, and finally, after seeing this thing first at the NAMM show in 2016, back in January, I've finally got my hands and my sound waves, if you will, on an Aston Microphones Halo reflection filter. This thing is stunning, getting a lot of press at the moment, certainly getting a lot of love back at the NAMM show back in January. I think I saw Stevie Wonder singing into one of these quite a bit. And it's truly awesome. Now, we've all used, I suspect, the previous reflection filters made by that other company, but this thing really does take things on to a whole new level. One, it is bigger. It is significantly bigger. Two, it's three-dimensionally bigger, if that makes any sense at all. Hopefully you can see on the video, this thing is not only concaved in a vertical plane, but it's also concaved in a horizontal plane, meaning you can get the microphone much deeper inside the kind of the bowl of the filter, meaning that it can do its job a lot better. Now, there's a lot of tech involved in this thing. It's made from a special kind of PET felt. Now, PET is the stuff they make plastic drinks bottles out of. Now, the cool thing about that is it makes it a very green product, a very eco-friendly product. This thing is actually made from 70% recycled material. Now, don't go on your green high horse for a minute and say it's made of rubbish, because trust me, this thing is seriously high tech. This particular kind of PET felt is patented. It is incredibly lightweight, which means it's very, very portable. It also gives it a very high absorption, and the shape of the filter means it's very good for diffusion. You can see there's these kind of ribbed patterns back here. So you get both absorption, diffusion, and lack of reflection, which is exactly what we want in an ideal acoustic space. Now, obviously, you see this room quite a bit, and you know that it has its issues, and those I've sort of tried to do my best with. But this thing has taken my vocal sound to a whole new level. So we'll give you a tour of the thing, and then I'm going to sing into it. Sorry about that. Couldn't find another singer, so you're going to get me. I'll do a take into the Aston Origin, which obviously I've reviewed before. I'll do a take with the Halo, and then I'll do a take without, and then play you back one with a bit of reverb so you can actually hear how it sounds in a kind of mixed format. Bit of reverb, bit of EQ, bit of compression. So you get a kind of vague idea how this thing will sound in your mixes. No backing track, just me. Sorry. So let's have a closer look at this thing and actually get up close and personal on the Halo. So first of all, let me start by saying this thing has been completely mechanically re-engineered from any of the previous reflection type filters that you may have seen before. There are two very basic adjustments. You can adjust the height of the microphone inside the bowl, and there's a little knurled nut over here to adjust it. And on top, this main adjustment here allows you to move the filter backwards and forwards with regard to the microphone itself. Now you'll notice that I haven't got it on some kind of heavyweight, uber ridiculous mic stand. It's on a pretty standard, normal vocal style microphone, the sort of thing you would find on stage, rather than some kind of heavyweight latch lake job, which I would normally use for mounting a reflection filter. Yes, I probably will still continue to use the latch lake stand when mounting this thing, because mics tend to weigh quite a bit. Certainly, big heavy valve condensers or anything with a four-figure price tag tends to weigh quite a bit. And I have no intention of dropping it anytime soon. But you can see, if you're dealing with slightly reduced stature singers, something like this, where I can just grab it and go, right, there we go. Absolutely perfect. And you see that the stand is not sort of bowing under the weight of a very heavy reflection filter. Really, really cool device. You can see there's two different designs of felt. There's the kind of lighter grey and purple, and the inside, which is the sort of darker purple, the Aston purple. This is a two-layer shell design. Again, it's patented. James and the guys at Aston are very keen for me to say how many patents this thing's got on it, because it is a very, very high-tech device. Okay, it's a mechanical thing, it's an acoustic thing, but it's very, very high-tech in its design and the products and materials that have gone into it. One of my favourite features on this thing is one of the most simple. When I'm using the Origin with its optional shock mount, the shock mount has a cable clip on it, and the cable can then be routed directly through the hardware on the Halo. Such a simple thing, but such a nice feature. Really important to get your cables well away from your artist. If I'm allowed one tiny criticism, it's this. If I take the adapter off to convert my microphone clip, this bar falls straight through. Now that could be fixed really, really simply with a little lock nut washer down there to stop that happening. Of course, it's a tiny little thing, but hey, I'm allowed to be picky. So the Halo is mounted to the stand with a conventional mic stand clip. So I'm going to twist that on there. Of course, I'm doing it with a locking stand, so it makes it a bit more fiddly. But off it comes. And you can see it is incredibly lightweight. There's absolutely no effort going into picking this thing up. Really, really lightweight, beautifully built, beautifully designed. Very, very simple. Simple is good in my world. So it's vocals time. We'll do a take with the Halo in place. We'll do a take without the Halo. And then towards the end, I'll play you a version where I've just mixed it, quote unquote. Bit of EQ, bit of compression, bit of reverb. So hopefully you'll hear how this thing sounds in my very far from perfect vocal environment. The song I'm going to sing is part of the verse of a song you maybe have heard me sing before. It's by Rex Strother. It's called Gotta Be Good. So check it out on iTunes. She said, "You're just a temptation, and a minor one at that. I took it for a sign." She said she's got what it takes to make or break me at the gates. I took it for a sign. You've gotta be good, you've gotta be good, you've gotta be good to get in. You've gotta be good, you've gotta be good, you've gotta be good to begin. She said, "You're just a temptation, and a minor one at that. I took it for a sign." She said she's got what it takes to make or break me at the gates. I took it for a sign. You've gotta be good, you've gotta be good, you've gotta be good to get in. You've gotta be good, you've gotta be good, you've gotta be good to begin. So, what do I think? I'm utterly blown away by this thing. It's light, it's very easy to cart around. Yes, it is a significantly bigger thing to have in a small space. But hey, it improves your vocal environment to such an extent that that's a trade-off I am totally willing to make. They've got the hardware bang on this time. It's a thing of beauty. It looks great. So far, the singers I've used it with really enjoy singing into this thing. The environment's great. It's a much more friendly place to be. All that sort of metal and steel and grey and stuff, it's not quite so performance-enhancingly friendly, should we say. So all in all, this thing's awesome, which is why I'm doing a very rare thing. The Aston Halo reflection filter is going to get editor's choice from me. This thing is truly killer. It will be used all the time in here. Thanks to James and the guys at Aston for getting this thing to me so soon before it's officially released, but I think these are going to be available in stores towards the end of March, early part of April. Get yourself one. If you've got one of the other ones or one of the other brands' ones, try one of these. Take your one to the store, try this. It is a thing of beauty. Sounds great, looks great, built beautifully, got some fantastic tech in the design and everything like that. I love it. So if that's not a positive review, I don't know what is. Get yourselves down to a music store near you. They will be having these. They'll have these on display. They'll have them out for you to try. Do it. Just try it. I've been James from Production Expert, and I'll see you again soon for some more gear talk. She said, "You're just a temptation, and a minor one at that. I took it for a sign." She said she's got what it takes to make or break me at the gates. I took it for a sign. You've gotta be good, you've gotta be good, you've gotta be good to get in. You've gotta be good, you've gotta be good, you've gotta be good to begin.